us Steve Nott, the junior varsity head coach and president of the Sault Sabercats. How are you today, Steve?
Great, how about you?
Good. First question is, why did you guys switch leagues?
We didn't really have a choice. The league that we were in split. So going from two leagues that had 20 teams each to 3 leagues now that have 15, 16 teams each. And we had to look at it as where we fit best. And all 3 leagues were going without a busing contract. And the league we were in had a busing contract for years. And that being in the north and having the longest busing, it really subsidizes us. So getting away from that, we had to decide where we fit best as far as teams in markets that are suited to play us, similar city size, similar caliber teams. And as well, you want to be in a league that has Sudbury, North Bay, Barrie, the closer drives, and cut down the expenses as much as possible.
And like I say, with watching a little bit of practice before we started here, is number-wise, what are you looking at for the junior Sabercats this year?
Junior, we have 55 registered still, and there's always a few that don't make it to the final cuts. They kind of disappear, so we're trying to figure out who those guys are at this point. You miss a couple for practice because of injuries or sickness, and so trying to find which stragglers are around, but I think we'll probably dress 50 guys.
So going into for you guys are starting on the 20th, a week earlier than the varsity. What is something you're impressed about going into the last week and a half of practice?
A lot of speed on offense. We have a couple of players that are really elite players. I think probably the top 5 or so in the province at their position. So if those guys can make plays for us, I think it's going to loosen up the rest of the offense for us to be able to make plays. And I think that defensively we just seem to have a lot of guys that really want to hit, and that's exciting for me.
And like say your O-line team's quite big this year.
Yeah, big O-line, and to have those speed guys on offense and a veteran quarterback that's been here for 3 years, if you can put it all together with the running game and the big O-line, I think we'll be hard to stop on offense.
And I was talking to Matt before, the varsity head coach, and head coach, and we're talking about alumni coming back and helping out, and notice with the juniors it's the same way. Says something good about the program, doesn't it?
Definitely. I think the guys appreciated what we did for them when they were younger, and as we get older, we have a little less energy and a little less time to spend on doing things, and to have the young guys come back and want to be a part of it and want to be the guy that was helping them, and all these guys that are coaching with us made it to the university level, played for years, and really love football, and want to come back and help those kids that are out there that are in grade 9 and 10 that aspire to be football players at whatever level, whether it's to get better at high school or to be university players, and we've even had 2 guys make it to the pros this week, and so it's really encouraging for the young guys to see those guys come back and give back to the program.
It says something big about your program, about Jordan and Alex being drafted, doesn't it?
Definitely. I mean, and the week that they were drafted, they've been here to practices and they're working with the kids and they're showing them things, and I think they just love to be around football, and they remember being this age. They remember, this is where I learned to love football. This is where I develop my skills, and they want to come back, and they see the kids that we have that want to learn, and they're just as excited to be around them and help them as the kids are excited to see these guys that are now becoming pros.
Now, like say, being a week and a half out to the season, anything surprise you so far?
No big surprises. We're trying to, it's early in the north to be playing football full contact on the 20th, so we try to compress some things, and we may be behind in a few areas, but it's a relatively young team as far as experience. There are a lot of grade 10s out there, so we'll be old in age, but a lot of them are first-year players. So just putting the offense together and defense together and the special teams, and really just having that gelling moment. It's great that we have an exhibition game to be able to kind of push through some things and try some things out and get ready to go for the 27th.
And you're facing Thunder Bay on the 20th, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah, and we don't know what to see from them. I know they travel around a lot. They're more of a travel team. They don't play in a league, so they play a lot of independent games, and they should be a pretty good caliber for us to play. So I think that we'll get a good game out of it. We'll get to see our kids, and they'll all get a chance to play, and we'll get to evaluate players as well as what's working, what's not working, and get ready for that home opener.
And like you mentioned about the north, at least they're in the north too, so they're practicing the cold weather too, eh?
Yeah, exactly. They're doing the same thing that we are. They're suffering through the snow and the rain and this cold weather that we have, and so I don't expect that they're going to be a team that's been practicing for the last 3 months or anything, but they'll be ready to go, and I think that it'll give us a chance to see where we're at and see what we need to work on, because it looks great out there right now, but until you strap it on and go all out against somebody else, you're not really quite sure how good some of these guys really are going to be. So it'll be a test for them.
Well, thank you very much, and good luck this season.
Great, thanks.